Have you ever wondered how to create a budget that actually works? Welcome to the fascinating world of budgeting. It may not sound like the most exciting topic, but stick with us and you'll see how it can be a game changer for your financial health. Budgeting is like a roadmap for your money. It's a plan that outlines how much income you're expecting, how much you're planning to spend, and how much you aim to save. But it's not only about numbers and calculations, it's about taking control of your money rather than letting it control you. Imagine you're on a journey. You wouldn't set off without knowing your destination, right? The same applies to your financial journey. Without a budget, you're traveling blind, not knowing where your money is going or how it's being spent. Budgeting can provide clarity, helping you to see the bigger picture of your finances. It can show you whether you're living within your means or if you're spending more than you're earning. This can be a wake-up call for some, but it's the first step towards making positive changes. Now, why is budgeting important? Well, it's simple. Budgeting can help reduce financial stress. When you know where your money is going, you can make informed decisions, cut unnecessary expenses, and stop worrying about unexpected bills. But that's not all. A budget is also a powerful tool to help you achieve your financial goals. Whether you're saving for a house, a vacation, or just want to build an emergency fund, a budget can help you plan how to get there. Budgeting is not about depriving yourself. It's about making conscious decisions about how you spend your money. It's about prioritizing your financial goals over impulsive buys. It's about financial freedom. So, let's dive into the world of budgeting. Don't worry, we'll guide you step by step. Remember, everyone starts somewhere, and it's never too late to take control of your finances. Understanding the basics of budgeting can set you on the path to financial freedom. Let's start this journey together. The first step to creating a budget is understanding your income. Now, what do we mean by that? Your income isn't just your 9-to-5 salary, it's every penny that you earn. This could be from a part-time job, freelance work, rental properties, dividends from investments, or even that side hustle you're so passionate about. Adding up these sources might seem like a daunting task, but it's fairly straightforward. For each source, calculate how much you earn in a month. If you have sources of income that don't come in monthly, like a quarterly bonus or an annual tax refund, divide the total by the number of months to get a monthly figure. Remember, the goal is to get a clear picture of your total monthly income. This is crucial, as it sets the stage for every other step in the budgeting process. It's like knowing how much paint you have before you start a masterpiece. Knowing your income is the foundation of your budget. Once you know your income, it's time to identify your expenses. Now, when we talk about expenses, we're not just talking about the big outstanding items like rent or your car payment. We're talking about everything from your morning coffee to your annual holiday. Let's break down expenses into 3 categories: fixed, variable, and discretionary. Fixed expenses are the ones that stay the same each month. Think of your mortgage or rent, car payment, or insurance. These are the bills you know you'll have to pay no matter what. Next are variable expenses. These are the costs that can change from month to month. Your grocery bill, utility bills, and gas for your car fall into this category. While you have some control over these expenses, they can fluctuate based on factors like the weather, market prices, or personal usage. Lastly, we have discretionary expenses. These are the costs that you have the most control over. Eating out, entertainment, hobbies, and non-essential shopping are all examples of discretionary expenses. These are the areas where you can really tighten your belt if you need to save money. So how do you track all these expenses? The simplest way is to keep a record of every penny you spend over a month. Yes, every penny. You might be surprised to see how much that morning coffee or that snack from the vending machine adds up over time. There are many apps and tools available to help you track your expenses, or you can go old school with a pen and paper. By tracking your expenses, you'll get a more accurate picture of where your money is going. You'll also start to see patterns in your spending habits, which can help you identify areas for improvement. Remember, the goal here isn't to eliminate all spending. It's about understanding where your money is going and making conscious decisions about how you want to use it. Identifying your expenses is critical to making a budget that works for you. So take some time this week to start tracking your expenses. You might be surprised at what you find. After identifying your income and expenses, you need to set financial goals. Now, why is this important? Well, without clear objectives, it's like sailing a ship with no destination. You might end up somewhere, but it may not be where you want to be. So, let's break it down. Financial goals can be short-term, mid-term, or long-term. Short-term goals might be saving for a vacation or paying off a small debt. Mid-term goals might include saving for a down payment on a home or funding an education. Long-term goals could be retirement or building an emergency fund. These goals give your budget purpose. They influence how much you set aside each month. For instance, if you're saving for a vacation, you might allocate more to your savings and less to discretionary spending. Remember, your goals don't have to be set in stone. They can and should evolve as your circumstances change. Your financial goals are your budget's guiding light. With your goals in place, it's time to allocate your funds. So you've identified your income, listed your expenses, and set your financial goals. But how do you decide where each dollar goes? This process is called funds allocation. Now imagine your income as a pie. You need to slice this pie into different parts, each representing a category of your budget. The primary categories typically include needs, wants, and savings. Your needs are the things you can't live without: your rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, and so on. Wants, on the other hand, are things you desire but can survive without: your Netflix subscription, dining out, or that brand new smartphone you've been eyeing. Savings, of course, is the portion of your income that you set aside for your future. This could be for emergencies, retirement, or towards achieving your financial goals. But how do you decide how much of your pie goes where? A popular guideline to consider is the 50-30-20 rule. This rule suggests you allocate 50% of your income towards your needs, 30% towards your wants, and the remaining 20% towards your savings. The 50-30-20 rule is a great starting point, but remember, it's just that, a starting point. Everyone's financial situation is unique, and it's perfectly okay to adjust these percentages based on your circumstances. Perhaps you live in a city with a high cost of living and your needs take up 60% of your income. That's fine. Adjust your wants and savings accordingly. The key here is to ensure that your allocation aligns with your financial goals. If you're looking to pay off debt or save for a big purchase, you might want to allocate more towards savings. If you're financially comfortable and want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, perhaps you allocate more towards wants. The process of allocating funds is a crucial step in creating a budget that works. It helps you prioritize your spending and ensures you're making the most of each dollar you earn. Allocating funds appropriately ensures your budget is balanced and realistic. Creating a budget isn't a one-time thing. It needs regular reviewing and adjusting. Imagine your budget as a living, breathing entity. It grows, changes, and adapts just like you do. Why? Because your life isn't static. Your income might increase or decrease, your expenses might rise or fall, and your financial goals might evolve. That's why it's crucial to review your budget regularly. Think of it as a financial health checkup. Just as you would go to the doctor for a physical examination, your budget needs a routine checkup too. This doesn't mean obsessing over every penny, but rather taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture, and asking yourself, is my budget still working for me? So, when should you review your budget? Well, a good rule of thumb is to do it monthly. This gives you a chance to catch any changes in your income or expenses and adjust accordingly. However, you should also do a budget review anytime there's a significant change in your financial situation. Got a raise at work? Time to review. Experienced a hefty unexpected expense? Review time. Now let's talk about adjusting your budget. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you've noticed that your income has increased, that's great. You might want to consider allocating more funds to your savings or investment goals. On the other hand, if your expenses have gone up, it might be time to tighten the belt a bit. Look for areas where you can cut back, or better yet, find ways to increase your income to cover the additional costs. Remember, adjusting your budget isn't about punishing yourself. It's about making sure your budget continues to serve your needs and help you achieve your financial goals. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or planning for retirement, your budget is your roadmap. And like any good roadmap, it needs to be updated as the landscape changes. Remember, a budget that works is a budget that changes with you.